And now, how many of you in the room have been to Georgetown Cupcakes? All right. And if you stood in a line at Georgetown Cupcakes, that was the idea of Adele Sears, who thought if we put the cash register by the door, it's going to force people to stand outside and everyone is going to think what a popular place this is. Brilliant thinker, the head of Epic PR, Adele Sears.
Thank you, Sam. In 1893, Andrew Carnegie bet his entire fortune on steel. The trouble is, most people at the time didn't believe steel was a strong substance. That's kind of crazy, thinking about it in retrospect. But the truth is, 1 in 4 bridges collapsed with too much weight as people traveled over them. So what did he do? He knew he had to change people's perceptions. And this is 1893, not today, but 1893. So what did he do? He called up his friend P.T. Barnum. He rented an elephant, invited the press to attend, and everyone waited with bated breath. Why an elephant, you might ask? At the time, people thought that an elephant would never cross an unstable structure. So he invited the media. He had a parade. And everyone waited with bated breath as this elephant crossed the St. Louis Bridge that was built of steel. So the elephant takes its first step. And the crowd cheers. Because they know at that point the bridge was stable. And the rest, as they say, is history. So why, may you ask, am I telling the story about 1893 when it's 2015? Well, for very good reason. We too, as marketers, as business owners, no matter what field we're in, we need to shift perceptions. Because no amount of small wins are going to equal one very big win. What I call these things are spikes. It's a sudden point of interest that kickstarts exposure, good or bad. I explain how to do this in my book. I believe that we're only relevant a few times a year. Just a few times a year are we really relevant to our audience. And here's one really great way to figure out how you're relevant. And this may make people really uncomfortable. So I've got to give you a warning. You have to figure out who and why people hate you. And they do. Some people do. And you have to turn that into a brand hater audit, because there is such good information in why people don't like you. And it's the stuff we don't want to think about. I'm Italian and from New Jersey. I'm sure that gives people lots of reasons, right? At the end of the day, why people dislike you is a really good indicator as to what you may need to change, what may needs tweaking, what you need to address, and what you as a brand, either personal, professional, or corporate, what you can do to change and shift perceptions. If people have this idea about you, you can shift perceptions by addressing it head on, just like I just did with the Jersey Italian comment. I know you can hear my accent. I know you can. It's okay. My parents have a Staten Island accent. It's even worse than mine, trust me. The point is, if you buy my book, there's lots of really good, really practical advice and really good case studies from people who've been able to figure out what their spike is. Just like Georgetown Cupcake, just like CBS, just like Starbucks. There's really great case studies in it. And I hope that you'll give it some consideration. Thanks so much, everyone.